Game number 2, couple changes for Catawba. We'll get to that here in a moment after the first pitch of the day, first pitch of game 2. From Tucker to Hughes, it's high, ball 1. Calling the signals behind the plate for Catawba here in game 2 is Christina Brendel. She takes over behind the plate here in game number 2. Other than that, fairly similar. Hale is back over at first as the next pitch to Hughes is in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to start us off. Here in the second game of this twin bill, Carson-Newman dropped the first one 13-6. As Catawba used an impressive surge offensively. Hughes lines this one down the right field line. It's going to drop in fair ground. Rounding first, heading for 2 is Hughes. And the throw is cut off. She's in standing up with a leadoff double. Nice piece of hitting from Macy Hughes to take it the other way. And Carson-Newman has an early runner in scoring position. Going back to game 1, Carson-Newman struck first with 2 runs in the second. Left 10 runners on in game 1. That's something to look at going forward as Hayden Dye will step in. But Catawba scored 5 unanswered and was kind of able to pace it the rest of the way, even though Carson-Newman came back and tied it at 5 at one point as Dye check swing on the off-speed pitch from Tucker in for strike 1. The wind has been on and off this afternoon, currently just a slight breeze. But it's been back and forth all afternoon long as Macy Hughes stands on second with a leadoff double. 0-1 the count to Hayden Dye. The pitch is high, ball 1. So looking at the Catawba starters, Tucker in the circle, Brendel behind the dish. Hales at first as here's the 1-1. It's high, ball 2. Carter back at second, Flynn at short, Strider at third. The outfield from right to left, Gallagher in right, King in center, and Herring in left. Next pitch is fouled off on the bunt attempt. Count moves 2-2 to Hayden Dye. Macy Hughes will trot back to second, excuse me. Two balls, 2 strikes to count to Hayden Dye. Runner on second to Macy Hughes. As here's the 2-2 offering. Fouled off by Dye. Nice job on the off-speed pitch to spoil that one. And the count remains 2-2. So Carson-Newman looking to take 1 from this doubleheader. We'll talk about another doubleheader in a moment as Carson-Newman baseball rolling over Anderson. We'll talk about that score here in just a couple moments. The next 2-2 to Dye. Fouled off, hit the plate, came back to hit her on the back. And she stays alive. The count remains 2-2. Hayden Dye battling early on after the Macy Hughes leadoff double. Macaulay Bailey on deck. Brooke Matazowski in the hole as the Eagles work towards the meat of the order here in the top of the first. The next 2-2 from Tucker is low. Bounce to the plate. Nice block by Brendel to hold Macy Hughes at second, but the count moves 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hayden Dye. Top 1, no score. The Eagles get an early base runner in scoring position off the Macy Hughes leadoff double. As now here's the payoff to Dye. She takes strike 3 on the inner part of the plate for out number 1. Nice pitch from Tucker, just clipping the inside corner in the lower part of the zone for a big strikeout. In steps the designated player Macaulay Bailey for her first cuts of game 2. She had a sac fly in game 1. Not much else to speak of out of Bailey in the first game as the first one runs low for ball 1. About a 5 o'clock, a little bit earlier than that first pitch here in game 2, about 4:57 as we're underway here in the second game of the twin bill. As the 1-0 chopped up the middle, Carter scoops it up at second. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. But Hughes advances to third. That'll bring Brooke Matazowski up to the dish with 2 down. Nice response from Tucker after the leadoff double to bounce back and get the strikeout of Dye, and then the dangerous Bailey to ground out. Brooke Matazowski homered in game 1. tied the game at that point, made it 5-5. As Matuzowski offers that and misses the fastball, strike one. Carson-Newman only scored one run from that point on, and Catawba went on to outscore the Eagles 8-1 the rest of the way. 2 innings of 4-run ball for Catawba really paced the Indians through the rest of that ball game as Matuzowski offers that the off-speed down low. Strike two. Eagles can take the lead with Hughes. That's one bag away from home. But a 0-2 count to Brooke Matuzowski. Here's the 0-2. Matuzowski watches low, ball one. Brooklyn Lucero on deck. Mary Vandergriff in the hole for Carson-Newman. It's a 1-2 count to Brooke Matuzowski. Carson-Newman looking to strike first like it did in game one. As Tucker delivers. Matuzowski chops this one towards short, and it gets off the glove. A gnarly hop gets off the glove of Flynn, and Matuzowski's in safe. Hughes comes in and touches home, and the Eagles take the lead. It's 1-0. I think that'll be ruled a base hit. Not much Flynn could do about that hop. As Carson-Newman takes the early advantage on a chopper to short. 1-0 Carson-Newman. As now Lucero stands in. First pitch to the at-bat. Clips the inside corner. Strike one. It is officially ruled a single, so an RBI single for Brooke Matuzowski. That squeaked through the left side of the infield. 0-1 the count to Lucero. Matuzowski on first with 2 down. The pitch. Low and away, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Eagles' first baseman, Brooklyn Lucero. The 1-1 pitch fouled off, and the count moves 1-2. Update from Mossy Creek, Carson-Newman baseball, putting it on Anderson. Middle of the 7th inning. Carson-Newman can actually earn a run rule victory like it did in game one yesterday. It's 15-6 Eagles, and 1 run would end that game. Carson-Newman just a dominant 3-game set against Anderson as this one's fouled off. The count remains 1-2. Yesterday, the Eagles won in run rule fashion. In game one, it was a tight win, a 4-3 win over Anderson. And now, here in game three, Carson-Newman has really took things over at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. As here's the next 1-2 to Lucero. Misses high and away. Ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Lucero grounds it up the middle, and it's through for a base knock as Matuzowski will pull up at second, and Brooklyn Lucero continues a nice day at the dish, and she has a single with 2 down. 4th hit of the day for Brooklyn Lucero is now Mary Vandergriff up to the plate.
Right fielder, Mary Vandergriff.
So Carson-Newman's baseball game just went final. It was a 7-inning game, too, as Carson-Newman sweeps the series with Anderson. Good stuff back in Jefferson City as the first pitch to Mary Vandergriff is rolled towards third. Strider scoops it up, tags third. Actually, we'll say that one was foul. A little confused why everyone was staying put. That one just fouled to the left of the third base bag as the count 0-1 to Vandergriff. Lucero on first, Matuzowski on second with 2 down. Here's a 0-1 pitch to Vandergriff. She takes outside edge, called strike 2. Eagles lead 1-0 off the Brooke Matuzowski RBI single. She stands on second. Lucero on first as the Eagles look to extend this early lead. The 0-2. Misses outside, ball 1. Tucker got the start in game 1, lasted 2 innings. And she comes back into the circle here for game 2. And she readies to deliver the 1-2, the pitch. Low, ball 2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs 1 run on 3 hits so far for Carson-Newman. Looking to do something with the 2 runners aboard. Lucero on first, Matazowski on second. The 2-2. Vandergriff grounds it right side. Picked up by Carter at second. The throw to first gets Vandergriff by a step for out number 3. But the Eagles do strike first. Brooke Matazowski cashes in Macy Hughes, and the Eagles lead 1-0 after the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back for the bottom of the first, Carson-Newman leads Catawba 1-0 here on the Eagle Sports Network, as it's the freshman Kaylee Bowers who gets the ball for game 2. And she's in the circle ready to go. Freshman out of Stephenville, Texas. It'll be Bree Herring to lead it off for the Indians. 1-0 Eagles out in front after 3 hits in the top half of the first. As Bowers wheels and deals the first pitch of the at-bat to Herring. It misses, low and away, ball 1. Bowers with a 4.93 ERA in her first year with Carson-Newman, a 5-4 record and 14 appearances. 22 strikeouts on the year. Opponents hitting .323 against the right-hander this season. The 1-0. Looped out towards short. Die with an outstretched arm. Can't get there. And that's a leadoff single for Bree Herring. Almost a check swing from Herring, but got enough on it. As she's aboard with a shallow single for Grace Flynn. The shortstop comes to the plate with a runner on and no one out. A leadoff single. Now both teams have a leadoff hit to start their respective frames here in the first. First pitch misses, low and away, ball 1. If you're just joining us, Carson-Newman falls in the first game of the doubleheader, looking to split here in Salisbury. And a good start, up 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on a miss, strike 1. Tucker on deck, Hales in the hole for Catawba. There's a few changes in the Catawba order. I don't think there's any changes in the Eagles starting 9, going with the same group for game 2. The 1-1 chopped foul towards third. Looking at the Eagles' defensive alignment, Lucero at first, Hughes at second, Dye at short, Matazowski at third, Warder behind the dish, Mary Vandergriff in right, Martin in center, and Brooks in left. So same 9 for the Eagles here in game 2. As a count, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Flynn. This one chopped towards third. Matazowski scoops it up. She'll throw to first, and that's in time to get Flynn. Matazowski thought about going to second, but wisely did not try and decided to go to first. Nice play. A nice stretch by Lucero for the first out of the inning. Riley Tucker, the left-handed hitter, will step in the box to face the righty Bowers. Tying run in scoring position for Catawba here in the first. First pitch of the at-bat from Bowers. Clips the bottom of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 to Tucker. Hales on deck. Gallagher in the hole. As Bowers will deal the 0-1. That's low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. One down for the Eagle defense, and Kaylee Bowers in circle. She twirls the ball in her right hand, gets the call from Kennedy Warder. Here's the 1-1. This one line down the right field line, and it'll fall fair. Rounding third, coming in is Herring, and Tucker will reach third. It's a triple. That ball was really close to being foul. It kicked up some chalk, and it's ruled a fair ball. And Catawba has tied this up at 1. Still just 1 down after the RBI triple
First baseman Carrie Hale.
from Riley Tucker. And that'll bring in Carrie Hales. First pitch to Hales is chopped towards short, scooped up by Dye. She'll throw to first in time for out number 2, but Tucker comes in to score. It's 2-1 Catawba. So just like game 1, Catawba able to answer what Carson-Newman has done. As it was back and forth for a little while there before Catawba ultimately pulled away.
Right fielder
Now Bree Gallagher will stand in. Catawba has a lead, 2-1. The pitch from Bowers is in for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Gallagher, who leads this Catawba team in average coming into today, hitting .390 on the season. Also 32 RBIs. She has a good eye at the plate, too, drawing 24 walks as she fouls this one off left side. Count 0-2. Bowers looking to limit the damage to just 2. Catawba with 2 runs on 2 hits. Most recently, the Riley Tucker RBI triple. And then the RBI ground out off the bat of Carrie Hales that scored her to make it 2-1. 0-2. Here's a pitch. Misses on the outside edge for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brendel on deck. She's awaiting her first cuts of the day. Here's a 1-2. Chopped foul. Good job by Gallagher to spoil that off-speed pitch out of the hand of the freshman Bowers. No one on for Gallagher here with 2 down. As a right-handed Bowers toes the rubber, looks home to Warder, and deals a 1-2. This one's chopped back towards the circle, and will get over the glove of Bowers and through for a 2-out knock. Bree Gallagher gets herself a base hit. The 3rd hit of the inning for Catawba. As now Brendel will step in. She gets a start here in game 2. Taylor got the start in game 1.
Catcher Christina Brendel.
As Christina Brendel hitting from the left side will step in with 2 down. First pitch. Squares to bunt, fouls it off. As the count now 0-1. Gallagher aboard first after the 2-out single. As Catawba leads this one with 2 runs here in the bottom of the first, it's 2-1. 0-1 from Bowers. Slapped high towards third. It's going to be Dye coming over from her hole in shortstop to make the play on the run for out number 3. Nice play as Matazowski was charging in the corner. Dye comes over and makes the play for out number 3, but Catawba gets 2 runs on 3 hits, and it leads 2-1 as we head to the top of the second. Carson-Newman looks to battle back on the other side here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back with the top of inning number 2, Carson-Newman trails Catawba 2-1 as Kennedy Warder will step up to the dish against Riley Tucker. Tucker doing it both ways so far. She's thrown a nice inning in the circle. Despite giving up that one run, she settled in, and she ripped an RBI triple as well. As Kennedy Warder steps up. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Warder lifts this one to left center. It'll get down the gap. Warder rounds first, heads for two. The throw is offline, and Warder is in with a leadoff double. Back-to-back innings where the Eagles have started it off with a leadoff double. It was Macy Hughes in the first. Now Kennedy Warder in the second. The tying run in scoring position with no one out.
Center fielder Abby Martin.
As Abby Martin will stand in. Nice piece of hitting there from Warder. The first pitch of the at-bat to Martin. She squares the bunt, pulls back, but it's called strike one on the low inside corner. Nothing one to the center fielder Martin. She stands back in. As Tucker takes a peek down at her wrist, she'll deal the 0-1 pitch. Martin swings and fouls it back. The count 0-2. Warder on second after the leadoff double in the left center gap. 0-2, no one out. 2-1 Catawba. As here's the 0-2 pitch. That's high, ball one. If you missed it, Carson-Newman baseball sweeps its first South Atlantic Conference Series of the year, taking 3 from Anderson. 15-6 in the last game of the doubleheader. Good stuff from Tom Griffin's squad. As here's a 1-2 offering. It's low, ball 2. Martin fighting off a couple pitches in the box. She'll watch that one in the dirt. And get ready for the 2-2. Warder on second. Here's a 2-2 offering. That's low, ball 3. Warder taking off for third. She's in there, standing up. Nice job from Kennedy Warder getting a jump on the pitch in the dirt. And now she stands on third with no one out. Here in a moment, we'll check in on the rest of the South Atlantic Conference this afternoon and see what the happenings are around the conference. As a 3-2 to Martin, grounded right side, scooped up by Carter. She'll throw to first in time for out number 1. Warder stays put at third, and there's one down. Here's Trinity Brooks, rounding out the first trip through the Eagles starting 9.
Left fielder Trinity Brooks.
The lefty bat ready to face off with the right-handed Tucker. First pitch to her. She squares around the bump, pulls back, but it's called strike one nonetheless. And the count 0-1. So Wingate takes game 1 of the doubleheader from Emory and Henry 7-0. Anderson defeats Lenore Rhine 7-6. As here's a 0-1 to Brooks. She slaps it fair right in front of the plate. Now Warder taking off for home. She's in safely. Brooks out at first, but Warder races for home, and it's a 2-2 ball game. There's a moment of hesitation. Couldn't tell whether or not that one was foul off the bat of Brooks. Nonetheless, throw to first by Brendel is in time, but Warder able to slide in safely and avoid the tag at the plate. And we're all even back at 2. 2 down for Macy Hughes, no one aboard as she takes the first pitch for a strike. Hughes started this game with a leadoff double and eventually came in to score there in the first. 2 runs and 4 hits for Carson-Newman, 2 runs on 3 hits for Catawba here early in game 2 as a 0-1. Runs high and away, ball 1. Emory and Henry swept the doubleheader. 5-0 there in game 2 as the 1-1 is high, ball 2. Coker takes 2 from UVA Wise, took the first one in run rule fashion, and then the second game went all the way to 10 innings. Coker wins that one 6-5. Tusculum on Senior Day takes down Mars Hill 8-0. And Newberry defeats Lincoln Memorial 6-1 in the second game. LMU bounces back and wins 8-1. That's a look around the South Atlantic Conference as Hughes fouls it off. The count now 2-2. One game remaining to be played. Marshall and Tusculum will play again, likely getting underway here in just a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Hughes. 2-2 the score. As Tucker delivers high, well high. Nice shot by Brendel to keep it in front. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dye on deck, Bailey in the hole for the Eagles. As Tucker toes the rubber. Here's a 3-2. Hughes pops it up right side. Hales in foul ground. Will make the play for out number 3. But the Eagles get one back and tie it up at 2 as Kennedy Warder makes a smart play, races home on an RBI ground out, capitalizes on the double by Warder to lead off the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 2 apiece between Carson-Newman and Catawba. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Courtney Carter leads off the bottom of the second here in a tie ball game. It's 2-2. And Kaylee Bowers back in the circle. First pitch to Carter. Taken outside, ball 1. Thanks for joining me here on this Saturday. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Ryan Wilkes with you on the Eagle Sports Network as Bowers deals a 1-0. Off speed, right down the middle, called strike 1. 1-1 the count, no one on, no one out for Courtney Carter. Molly Strider on deck. Here's a 1-1 from Bowers. This one fouled off right side. The count 1-2. Recapping what the Eagles have done lately. Again, that game with Anderson postponed for the time being. We'll see that one's made up down the road here. The 1-2 is outside for ball 2. Carson-Newman had a really nice stretch there in March. 110 straight before dropping one to Newberry. Has lost 3 of its last 4 as this one misses the way. Ball 3. Actually make that 4 of its last 5. Carson-Newman's last win came against Lincoln Memorial in the first game of the doubleheader. Since then, it's lost 2 to Wingate and 1 to Catawba as Carter rolls this one to the left side. Dye scoops it up. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. So Carson-Newman looking to break the skid ahead of a 2-game set with Converse on Monday.
Third baseman, Molly Strider.
In steps Molly Strider with 1 down. Bowers delivers. High and away, ball 1. 2-2 your score. Here in the bottom of the second. No one on for Strider. As Bowers will toe the rubber, look home to Warder and deliver. Low, ball 2. Savannah Baldiston on deck. Before we head back to the top for Bree Herring. As Bowers looks home, delivers a 2-0. Away, ball 3. Big advantage count here for Molly Strider. 3 balls and no strikes with 1 down. As Bowers looks to battle back. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Strike one on the outer half of the plate. That's count now, 3 balls and 1 strike. Strider hitting .218 on the season as she watches the 3-1 low, ball 4. And that'll put Strider aboard first. The go-ahead run is aboard for Savannah Baldiston.
Designated player Savannah Balderston.
So Balderston awaits the first pitch of the at-bat from Bowers. First pitch down the middle, called strike one. Balderston, a junior, hitting .364 this season and 31 games played as the 0-1. Grounded left side, Mountazowski to second for 1, and Hughes no throw to first, but a big second out on the fielder's choice off the bat of Savannah Balderston. As Balderston replaces Strider at first with 2 down. Here is Bree Herring, her second at bat in the second game.
Left fielder Bree Herring.
She's 1 for 1. First pitch of the at bat is low for ball 1. She singled in her first at bat to lead off the bottom of the first. As she will step back in and await the 1-0 pitch from Kaylee Bowers. The pitch is low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, 2 down for Kaylee Bowers and the Eagle defense. Bowers looks home toward her, gets the call. And will deliver the 2-0. Herring takes high and in. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 down for Kaylee Bowers. And the Eagles looking to get back to the plate and keep this a tie game. As Bowers looks home and deals a 3-0. That one catches the inside corner for strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bowers looking to battle back and get the Eagles back to the plate in a tie game. The 3-1, low and away, ball 4. And now first and second for Grace Flynn.
Shortstop Grace Flynn.
2 down for the Eagle defense, but Flynn looking to untie this ball game with 1 swing of the bat. First pitch to her, low and away, ball 1. 2-2 your score. Carson-Newman with 1 run in each of the first 2 innings. After starting the game off 1-0, Catawba has battled back, made it 2-1 before the Eagles put up 1 in the top of the second to knot it up at 2. The 1-0 pitch, grounded back towards the circle, hits off Bowers, and it will roll towards second. Flynn able to get in safely at first as Bowers shakes one off her ankle. And bases are now loaded. Maybe a bit of a break for the Eagles there that one didn't get through. Likely would have scored a run, but it stayed in the infield. Nonetheless, bases loaded for the dangerous Riley Tucker. So Tucker stands in, bases loaded, 2 down. Bit of a jam for Bowers here in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Bowers to Tucker. Low and away, ball 1. Gary Hales on deck. Bree Gallagher in the hole. Still a tie ball game, but a big chance for Catawba to get at least a couple here in the second. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Bowers. This one lifted to right. Back is Vandergrift towards the track, and she'll make the play on the run for out number 3. Catawba leaves the bases loaded. Bowers does a nice job to work out of it. And despite having bases loaded with 2 away, Catawba goes down scoreless. We'll head to the top of the third. It's a 2-2 ball game here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back for the top of the third. It's a tie ball game between Catawba and Carson-Newman. Nice job, despite some adversity, for the freshman Bowers to work out of the jam and leave the bases loaded.
Leading off the third for Carson-Newman.
It's Hayden Dye to step in with no one on and no one out. First pitch from Tucker's lifted to left, and it'll get down for a base hit. Gets by the left fielder Herring, and now Dye's going to race for second. She's in with a stand-up double. A little bit of a trend forming here in Game 2. That's 3 straight leadoff doubles to start each of the first 3 innings. It was Hughes in the first, Warder in the second, now Dye here in the third.
Designated player McCauley.
And it'll bring Macaulay Bailey to the plate. 5th hit of the nightcap for Carson-Newman. And now Bailey steps up. First pitch of the at-bat to her is in there, calling strike 1. 0-1 the count to the designated player, Macaulay Bailey, with Brooke Matazowski standing on deck. And Brooklyn Lucero in the hole. Here's a 0-1 to Bailey. Misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no one out. Dye on second for the Eagles. And the go-ahead run in scoring position here in the top of the third. 2-2 your score. As Tucker delivers the 1-1, Bailey chops it back towards the circle, deflects off the glove of Tucker, and no throw. Macaulay Bailey to first on an infield single, and now first and second, no one out. The old adage, get the bat on the ball, good things happen. Certainly the case right there. Not an easy play for Tucker regardless, but a hard hit ball right back to the circle. Tucker could not handle it. And back-to-back hits for the Eagles. And here's Brooke Matazowski. 6th hit of the day for Carson-Newman. First pitch to Matazowski is lifted high towards left. Herring towards her right. Makes the play in foul ground for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Brooke Matazowski. And Tucker gets a big first out of the third.
First baseman Brooklyn Lucero.
Brooklyn Lucero steps in. Righty-righty matchup here between Tucker and Lucero. Brooklyn Lucero's had a really nice day. 4 hits on the afternoon. His first one misses inside for ball 1. 4 singles for Lucero. She's 4 for 5 between these 2 games. 1 for 1 here in Game 2. She went 3 for 4 in Game 1. Here's a 1-0. Lucero lifts it to right center. It'll get down for a base knock. Rounding third, coming home is Dye. Bailey will go first to third, and Brooklyn Lucero, her 5th hit of the day. It's an RBI single, and the Eagles reclaim the lead. It's 3-2. Lucero swinging a hot stick today. And she took that one the other way into the right center gap, and now runners on the corners with 1 down for Mary Vandergriff. 1 run in each of the first 3 innings, and looking for more. The Eagles leading this one 3-2 over the Catawba Indians. First pitch of the at-bat to Vandergriff is taken high, ball 1. Kennedy Warder on deck, Abby Martin in the hole. 3 hits in the frame for Carson-Newman. A leadoff double by Hayden Dye. She came in to score. And the infield single by Bailey, followed by the single from Brooklyn Lucero that scored 1. The 1-0 slap to right. That'll get down. Bailey will score. Lucero's going to pull up at second. And that's the fourth hit of the frame for Carson-Newman. Mary Vandergrift rips an RBI single. And the Eagles double their lead. It's 4-2. Mary Vandergrift deposits the single into right. And now I believe we're going to see a pitching change. Or maybe just a conversation. Nonetheless, the Eagles have done a nice job to get to Riley Tucker. Here in the third, 2 runs already on 4 hits. 8 hits now in the ball game. The Eagles seem to be fixing some of those missed opportunities in game 1 where the Eagles fell 13-6. Tucker's line as it stands, 2 1/3, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 strikeout. She's allowed 3 doubles, as I mentioned, a double to lead off each inning so far. Macy Hughes with a double in the first, Kennedy Warder with a double in the second, and then Hayden Dye with a double in the third. So far, that trend has been developing in this ball game. As it's just going to be a mound visit. Tucker will stay in the game. Lucero and Vandergrift will head back to their respective bags. Lucero on second, Vandergrift on first. Still just 1 out for Carson-Newman. Maybe looking for a big inning here in game 2. 4-2 the score. As Kennedy Warder stands in. First pitch of the at-bat to her is in for strike 1. Warder 1 for 1 with a double. One of those leadoff doubles that we mentioned in this ball game. As Tucker takes a look at her call sheet on her wrist and delivers 0-1. It's high, ball 1. Martin on deck, Brooks in the hole as we go 7, 8, 9 in the Eagle order. Carson-Newman leads 4-2, 2 runs here in the top of the third. And a change for more with Vandergrift on first, Lucero on second. The 1-1 from Tucker. Lifted to right center. King on the run makes the play for out number 2. Both runners tagging, and the throw is offline. Vandergrift able to dive in safely to second, and Lucero in standing up to third. The throw is on line. Would have been a play at the second base bag, but Flynn had to leap to grab it, and by that time Vandergrift was head first into second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Abby Martin with 2 away. Vandergrift on second, Lucero on third. First pitch to Martin, chopped left side towards Flynn. She scoops it up, throw to first in time for out number 3. But the Eagles do get 2, tally 4 hits in the inning, and Carson-Newman reclaims the lead. It's 4-2. We'll be back with the bottom of the third here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back at Whitley Field here in Salisbury, North Carolina, Carson-Newman leads 4-2 and puts in a new pitcher. It's Emma Frost, appearing for the second time today. Got the start in game 1, pitched 2 1/3, and now takes over in the bottom of the third for Kaylee Bowers. Nice 2 innings for Bowers. Allowed 2 in the first. Was able to escape a bases-loaded jam in the second. Put up a 0 on the scoreboard. And her day is over. Here's Carrie Hales. No one on, no one out. Here's a first pitch from Frost here in game 2. It's lifted softly out to center. And Martin will take a couple steps in and make the play for a quick out number 1. Nice start for Emma Frost. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't ask for anything more than that. As Bree Gallagher will step in. No one on and 1 down. 4-2 lead for the Eagles. Doubling up the Indians both in the run column and the hit column. His first pitch, off speed, right down the middle for strike one. 4-2 in the run column, 8-4 in the hit column. As Carson-Newman tallies 4 of those hits in the third. Here's a 0-1, popped up right side, and it'll go foul towards the parking lot. Count 0-2. Christina Brendel on deck. Courtney Carter in the hole for Catawba here in the bottom of the third. Frost holds the ball against her hip. Gets a call from Mortar. Here's a 0-2. Just low. Ball 1. Not a bad idea to go downstairs with the fastball, but Gallagher able to hold up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away for Emma Frost in the Eagle defense. Here's a 1-2 from Frost. Popped up high, right over the breast tables here on the left side, and foul. Carson-Newman again wearing the road her home. They've worn them in both venues. The baby blues with the white lettering and navy blue numbering, as well as navy blue on the sleeves. Catawba in the home whites with the red numbering and red pants. 1-2 is high and away, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bree Gallagher. Mentioned she's having a really nice season. Came into the day leading Catawba in batting average with a .390. She's 1 for 1 here in game 2 with a single. As a 2-2, chop left side. Gallagher able to fight off the off speed and stay alive. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gallagher on the All-South Atlantic Conference third team. And she's had herself quite the season. .390 average coming into today. As Frost readies to deal the next 2-2. Warder gives her the signal behind the plate. The 2-2 offering from Frost is high and away, ball 3. Full count to Bree Herring. No one on with 1 down for the Indians. Trailing by 2. Catawba hasn't been behind too many times today. The only other deficit it faced was 2-0 in game 1. Here's the payoff. Fouled off as Herring continues to battle. First out of the inning was 1 pitch, 1 out. But now Herring putting up quite the fight in the box. Should be Gallagher in the box. As the right-handed Frost looks home, Gallagher awaits the next 3-2. The pitch misses just inside, ball 4. Gallagher takes her base via the walk, and now Brendel will step in. That one not far off at all from being strike 3. But nonetheless, Gallagher awarded first. As the catcher, Brendel will step in. Tough break for Emma Frost. As Brendel represents a tying run at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat from Frost is taken low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. With 1 down, double play in order on a favorable ground ball up the middle for the Eagle defense. Here's a 1-0 pitch. It's a low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 away. The lefty Brendel stands back in. Frost delivers. That's high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Christina Brendel. And Emma Frost trying not to allow the tying run to get aboard here with 1 down. The 3-0 in there for strike 1. Frost spent her first 4 seasons in Harrogate with Lincoln Memorial. Decided to spend her last year here with Carson-Newman, and she's been a very welcome addition to this pitching staff. She delivers a 3-1. Brendel lifts it to center, Martin to her right makes the play for out number 2. Nice job by Frost after being down 3-0. Throw a strike and then give Brendel something to hit. And she couldn't get enough of it. And there's 2 down. Here's Courtney Carter to the plate. Runner still on first and Gallagher after she worked a 1-out walk. Eagles looking to work a second consecutive scoreless frame. Only able to do that twice in game 1 as Carter loops this one out to shallow center. Martin on the run makes the play for out number 3. Abby Martin records all 3 outs in the bottom of the 3rd, and that's a scoreless inning. Second straight scoreless inning for Catawba. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Eagles lead 4-2 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back for the top of the 4th. New arm in the game. It's Bree Herring. Saw the same pitchers in consecutive order in game 1. It was Tucker and then Herring. Same situation here for game 2. Tucker moves over to 3rd. And Herring now in the circle. No other changes for Catawba. Same defensive alignment. With Hales at first, Carter at second, Flynn at short. Strider exits in favor of Riley Tucker, Gallagher in right, King in center, and Herring in left. So not Herring in left, Herring's in the circle, so it'll be Balderston to left. Trinity Brooks is going to lead it off. So Balderson to left, Tucker to 3rd, and Herring to the circle. 3 changes for Catawba heading into the top of the 4th. Eagles lead 4-2 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Looking for more as Trinity Brooks will start it off. We'll go 9-1-2 in the order. She watches the first pitch down low in the dirt for ball 1. So the Eagles will wrap up this doubleheader with Catawba here with this game, and then quick regroup. We'll have tomorrow off before the Eagles see Converse on Monday. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Here's the pitch to Brooks. She slaps this one high towards left. Balderston in motion will make the play on the run for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for Bree Herring. As now Macy Hughes stands back in. She led this game off with a double. And we'll see her second at-bat here in the 4th. First pitch of the at-bat to Hughes is watched at the top of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 the count to the second baseman Hughes. Another 1 to Herring, or to Hughes, excuse me, is corkscrew towards right, and it falls in fair ground. Hughes rounds first, she'll head for 2, and Macy Hughes into second, her second double of the game, and she's in the scoring position for Hayden Dye. Macy Hughes, another Eagle that's been swinging a hot stick today. Her and Brooklyn Lucero have been tough to retire. Macy Hughes now 2 for 3. She fouled out to first in her second at-bat. 2 doubles to her line as well. She's 2 for 3. 1 down for Hayden Dye, who pops this one up right side. Going down the line is tailing foul. Count moves 0-1. Hughes on second, Dye in the box. and Bailey on deck with Matazowski in the hole. Carson-Newman looking to add to this 4-2 lead. As Herring delivers, Dye watches, high and away, ball one. So the Eagles fall in game one, 13-6, but looking good so far here in game two with 9 hits and 4 runs to show for it. Catawba 2 runs on 4 hits so far in the nightcap. The 1-1 to Dye. They're going to say she went around. Looked like Dye held up, and head coach Michael Graves is going to come have a discussion with the home plate umpire. So the count moves 1-2 despite some dispute from Michael Graves. As Herring looks home and delivers the 1-2. Dye watches low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. The Eagles with a runner in scoring position. Both teams have left a handful of runners on here in this game. Carson-Newman's left 4 on. Catawba has stranded 5, 3 of which came with bases loaded in the second. The 2-2 to Dye. Lone away, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Macy Hughes on second after she doubled. Her second double here in the nightcap. As Herring delivers a payoff. Dye lifts this one to right center. Going back is King on the run, and it will get over the fence. It's a home run, a 2-run blast to make it 6-2. That one just snuck over the fence. Saw one earlier off the bat of Kennedy Warder nick the top of the fence and stay in. This time it rolls over off the top part of the fence, and Carson-Newman extends its lead to 4. Back-to-back 2 spots
Designated player, Macaulay Bailey.
here in game 2. And Bailey steps up to the plate, no one on and 1 down. Here's a pitch to Macaulay Bailey. It's high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to the Eagles' designated player. As Bailey awaits the 1-0. The pitch lifted to center. King takes a couple steps back. Now she'll come in and make the play for out number 2. So Bailey retired. And Brooke Matazowski will step up. Carson-Newman tallies its 10th hit here in game 2 off the Hayden Dye 2-run home run, her 10th of the year. She's now in double digits to join Brooke Matazowski and Macaulay Bailey with that mark as well. Here's the first pitch to Matazowski, off-speed pitch that is in for a strike. Lucero on deck, Vandergriff in the hole. Top 4, Carson-Newman leads 6-2. Has scored 4 unanswered since the game was tied 2-2 after the second inning. And 0-1 to Matazowski, dribbled out to short. Flynn comes up throwing in time for out number 3. But the Eagles get 2 more on a Hayden Dye 2-run home run to make it 6-2. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. Carson-Newman leads Catawba by 4 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Emma Frost back in the circle for the bottom of inning number 4. Carson-Newman leads Catawba 6-2, looking to bounce back from a Game 1 loss and split the doubleheader for heading back to Mossy Creek.
Leading off the
As Molly Strider started the game at third, now she's a designated player, steps in to face Frost to start the fourth. First pitch is popped up high, coming right back towards me. And it just missed my laptop to the left of me. Almost cost me $1,000, but luckily missed by a couple inches, and the count 0-1. No balls and one strike to Molly Strider. As here's the pitch from Frost. It's popped up high to the right side. In on it is Vandergriff, and she makes a play for out number 1. One down for Emma Frost in the Eagle defense here in the fourth, as that'll bring Savannah Balderston to the plate.
Left fielder Savannah Balderston.
Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Frost to Balderston. Misses just low for ball 1. Herring on deck as we approach the top of the order for Catawba. 9-1-2 due up with Flynn in the hole. The 1-0 pitch from Emma Frost is lifted left side, but foul. Good piece by Balderston, but she was well ahead of that one as the count moves 1-1. Emma Frost is enjoying a triple-digit strikeout season so far this year, ranking pretty high in the South Atlantic Conference. She's 5th in the conference with 106 on the season as the 1-1 swung and a miss up high, strike 2. Balderston chased on that one, and she knew it. As the count moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. Frost delivers the 1-2 to Balderston, who watches high and away, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here, bottom 4. Carson-Newman leads Catawba 6-2 after 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings. The Eagles have yet to go down scoreless in an inning here in game 2 as this one rolls foul off the bat of Balderston. For Catawba, 2 runs in the first, but that's all to speak of so far for the Indians offense. As the count remains 2-2 to Balderston. Righty-righty matchup here between Frost and the left fielder Savannah Balderston. The 2-2 grounded left side, and it will go just foul behind the third base bag. Would have been extra bases, no doubt, for Balderston, but she'll have to step back in and face another 2-2. Talking about Emma Frost and the strikeout leaders in the South Atlantic Conference. Frost sitting in 5th, but can climb the standings. Maxwell of Anderson leads the way with a whopping 158 as the next 2-2 blooped out to left, and it'll fall for a base hit. So Catawba has a runner aboard with 1 away for the top of the order in Bree Herring. So Herring into the box with 1 away. Runner on first for Catawba. The pitch is fouled back. The count 0-1. It's been a beautiful day all day long. Not a cloud in the sky. Slight breeze has been off and on this afternoon. But a sunny day and a great day for softball. Decent crowd out as well for the twin bill between Carson-Newman and Catawba. The 0-1 from Frost. Off speed is just a hair low. Ball 1. Both Frost and the Eagle faithful here a little bit perplexed as to where that one missed, but nonetheless count moves 1-1 to Herring. Frost delivers the 1-1. This one's popped up left side, but it'll go foul. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 down. Balderston aboard first after the 1-out single. And Catawba just looking to chip away at this 4-run deficit here in the 4th. The Eagles put up 1 in the first and the second, and now 2 in the third and the fourth on 10 hits. Most recently, the 2-run home run from Hayden Dye. The 1-2 is high, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down. Bree Herring came into the day leading this attack for Catawba with a .390 average. She's done it both in the box and in the circle. Currently pitching for Catawba as here's a 2-2. Fouled back as Herring stays alive. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away with Flynn on deck and Riley Tucker in the hole for the Indians. Frost toes the slab, looks home to Warder, and deals a 2-2. Hanging off speed, stays just a hair high, ball 3. Tight zone here in game 2 as Frost just misses. Count now full. Frost delivers the payoff to Herring. It's popped up and foul. Nice fight from Herring, staying alive. Couple pitches from Frost just barely miss, and that's allowed Herring to stay alive in this count. 3-2-1 scoreboard reads. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom 4 Eagles with a firm advantage so far. As here's the next 3-2. That's right down the middle, called strike 3. Emma Frost wins the battle, pumps one right down the middle, and Herring didn't even offer at it. There's 2 away. Nice job by Emma Frost. She just misses the corners on a couple and says, you know what, I'm going to put one right down the middle. And Herring can't get a piece. Grace Flynn steps in with 2 down as Frost will deliver the first pitch of the at-bat. This is popped up high in the infield. Hayden Diet short will take care of it for out number 3. Emma Frost deals another scoreless frame as we'll head to the top of the 5th. Eagles out in front with a comfortable 6-2 lead through 4 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back with the top of inning number 5, it'll be Brooklyn Lucero to lead it off against Bree Herring. 6-2 your score. Carson-Newman out in front as the first pitch from Herring is lifted towards first and snagged on the line by Hales for out number 1. So a pretty uncommon occurrence here in this doubleheader. Brooklyn Lucero is out. She was 2 for 2 going in that at bat. And that breaks the Eagles' streak of leading off innings with doubles. Here's the first pitch to Vandergriff. Misses for ball 1. Top 5 here in Salisbury. Carson-Newman out in front. 6 runs on 10 hits. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Indians. A 1-0 to Vandergriff. Fought off right side towards the parking lot. And foul. 1-1 the count to the senior out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. As Herring takes a peek at her wrist and deals a 1-1. That's low, rolls in the dirt, ball 2. So Carson-Newman has yet to go down scoreless in a frame here in this ball game. 4 straight innings of runs from the Eagle offense. As here's a 2-1. That's low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 down. Nobody aboard for the Eagles, right fielder Mary Vandergriff. Kennedy Warder stands on deck. Abby Martin in the hole. 3-1. Down the middle, called strike 2. Herring in the circle. She took over for Riley Tucker. So far, Brianna Herring through 1 1/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. As a 3-2 chopped up the middle towards second. Carter scoops it up, throw to first. Not in time and gets through the legs of Hales nonetheless. So Mary Vandergriff aboard with an infield single. Nice job by Vandergriff just to get a piece. And she uses her speed down the first base line. And that'll bring up Kennedy Warder.
Catcher Kennedy Warder.
First pitch from Herring to Warder. She quickly squares the bump but pulls back as it's ball 1 on the outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 down with Mary Vandergriff on first after getting aboard via the infield single. As Herring delivers the 1-0. Check swing by Warder. I believe she went around, and she did. As the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Eagles looking to bounce back from an earlier loss today. And head back to Mossy Creek with a win. Warder lines this one out towards third. Snared, throw back to first is not in time to get the diving Vandergriff. As Tucker zipped it over there. Very close bang-bang play at first. But Vandergriff called safe. Heading back to the bag. Catawba's dugout and the Indians faithful really wanted that call. Nonetheless, it goes away at Carson-Newman, and Abby Martin will stand in. First pitch to Martin is ripped towards right, but tailing foul. Martin and Brooks, or Brooks on deck, Martin in the box, and Macy Hughes in the hole for Carson-Newman. 6-2 lead, but threatening to go down scoreless for the first time today with 2 away. A couple hard hit balls, though, one off the bat of Brooklyn Lucero and the other off the bat of Kennedy Warder as this one runs high to Martin. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 down. As Herring takes a look at her wrist. Deals a 1-1. This one ripped back up the middle. It's a base hit. Abby Martin keeps hitting alive for Carson-Newman. A 2-out single up the middle, and Mary Vandergriff advances to second for Trinity Brooks.
Left fielder Trinity Brooks.
The left-handed Brooks steps in. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The first pitch to Brooks is high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 down. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. As a 1-0 slapped high in the air down the left side. It's going foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. As the Eagles look to add to this lead. That sits at 4. Doing a good job here in game 2. Already 12 hits and 6 runs to show for it. Left double-digit runners on in the first game. Have fixed that mark a little bit. 4 runners left on here in game 2, but a sizable 6-2 lead. As here's the 1-1 to Brooks. It's down the middle, called strike 2. Vandergriff on second, and Martin on first after the single to keep the inning alive. As the left-handed Herring delivers, Brooks slaps it high again, left side, and going foul. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brooks continues to fight in the box and try and keep this inning alive for the Eagles, who've scored runs in every inning so far. 4 innings with runs scored as Brooks slaps this one high towards the left side, and Flynn will come over from shortstop and make the play behind the third base bag for out number 3. So the Eagles do go down scoreless as Herring gets out of the jam. The Eagles leave runners stranded on first and second, but nonetheless, Eagles still lead 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back for the bottom of inning number 5. The Eagles lead 6-2 as it'll be Emma Frost to face off with Riley Tucker. The Eagles look for their 4th scoreless frame defensively. First pitch to Tucker down the middle, called strike 1. Tucker, Hales, and Gallagher due up for the Indians here in the 5th. Eagles looking to split this doubleheader with Catawba. Dropped the first game 13-6. But battling back strongly here in game 2. The 0-1 is ripped to right. Vandergrift takes a couple steps back and makes the play against the wall for out number 1. A loud fly out off the bat of Tucker. Got a good piece of that one, but it stays in the yard, and Vandergrift makes a play for out number 1. In steps Carrie Hales with a 1 down. First pitch to her is fouled off for strike 1. Looking at the Eagles' defensive alignment, same as game 1. Lucero at first, Hughes at second, Dye at short, Manazowski at third, Warder behind the dish. Vandergrift in right, Martin in center, and Brooks in left. Emma Frost working through her 3rd inning of action, delivers a 0-1. This one ripped down the left field line, but foul. Kaylee Bowers got the start for Carson-Newman and tossed 2 innings. Allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. Faced 12 batters in her appearance. As a count 0-2 to Hales. Frost looks home to Warder, gets a call, and will deliver the 0-2. This one skied high to left. Brooks with a read on it, steps in, makes a play for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Emma Frost and the Eagle defense. As Frost has been solid in this relief outing after starting game 1, pitched 2 1/3, has now exceeded that total in relief here in game 2 with 2 2/3. 1 hit, no earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for her. As that'll bring in Bree Gallagher with 2 down. First pitch to Gallagher is looped out to center. Martin makes a play routinely for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Emma Frost and the Eagle defense, and Frost through 3 innings of relief has dealt scoreless ball as the Eagles continue to lead this one 6-2. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Eagles out in front here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Macy Hughes will lead off the 6th. The Eagles lead 6-2 here on the Eagles Sports Network as the first pitch from Herring, an off-speed pitch that stays high for ball 1. 4 straight scoreless innings by the Eagles defense. As the last real threat, Kaylee Bowers worked out of a bases-loaded jam. Since then, not been much going on in the base pass for Catawba as his next pitch clips the top of the zone for strike 1. 6 runs on 12 hits for Carson-Newman here in Game 2. As we're here, top 6. Eagles have been cruising up to this point. As here's a 1-1, low, ball 2. Hughes has had herself a day. She's 2 for 3 here in Game 2 with 2 doubles. As Herring delivers the 2-1, it's lifted out to center. King on the run makes a play for out number 1. Hayden Dye will step in. She blasted a 2-run home run that padded the Eagles' lead back in the 4th. She's 2 for 3 here in Game 2 with a double and a home run. As lefty Herring delivers the first pitch of the at-bat, Dye lifts this one to right, going back to the track, to the wall, it's gone. Second home run of the game for Hayden Dye as she leaves the yard and the Eagles extend the lead to 5. It's 7-2. That's number 11 for Dye, number 2 of game number 2 for number 2. And the Eagles add another run to this advantage. As that'll bring in Macaulay Bailey with 1 away.
Designated player, Macaulay Bailey.
In steps Macaulay Bailey with 1 down. The right-handed hitter awaits the first pitch from Herring, who takes a look at her wrists and deals the first pitch to the at-bat. Off speed, runs high for ball 1. Start to cool off a little bit, get a little chillier here as we head towards the evening hours here in Salisbury. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bailey. She loops this one shallow center. Nice play on the run over the shoulder by Flynn for out number 2. Not an easy play for Flynn. The basket catch over the shoulder for out number 2, and now Brooke Manizowski steps in the box. Lefty Herring takes a look down at her wrist and delivers the first pitch to Manizowski, which is down the middle for strike 1. Brooklyn Lucero on deck. Mary Vandergriff in the hole for Carson-Newman, leading this one 7-2. Here in the top half of the 6th. A 0-1 pitch to Manizowski, ripped deep center, back to the track, the wall. It's off the top of the wall as Manizowski rounds first, heads for 2 to throw, on line and in time. Nice throw by King in center. Gets Manizowski trucking for 2, but nonetheless Carson-Newman gets 1 off of Hayden Dye's second home run of the nightcap, and the Eagles lead 7-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back for the bottom of the 6th, it'll be Christina Brendel to lead it off. For Catawba, Eagles lead 7-2. And Emma Frost back in the circle. Ryan Wilkes with you here on the Eagles Sports Network. As Brendel steps in and awaits the first pitch of the at-bat from Frost. This one's low, ball one. The men's Division I Final Four underway. NC State taking on Purdue. It's Purdue leading 14-7 in the first game of two to decide who goes to the national championship. Here's the 1-0 from Frost. It's low, ball two. Did see a lot of red here this afternoon. Salisbury just 2 hours from Raleigh. So a decent amount of NC State fans in attendance this afternoon. 2 balls and no strikes. Frost to Brendel. The pitch is high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to the left-handed Brendel. As Frost looks home, delivers the 3-0. Down the middle, called strike 1. Courtney Carter on deck. Molly Strider in the hole for Catawba, looking for a late surge here in this one. With 6 outs left to work with, Carson-Newman leads 7-2. The pitch to Brendel, ripped back up the middle, diving stab by Dye, but she can't make the play, and it's a leadoff single for Brendel. That brings in Courtney Carter.
Second baseman, Courtney Carter.
First pitch from Frost to Carter is high, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Frost looking to continue to roll here in this ball game. She's through 3 innings. 2 hits of scoreless, or 3 innings of scoreless ball. She's allowed 2 hits. As here's a 1-0. Carter pops it up in foul ground. Lucero makes a play for out number 1. Carter retired, and that'll give way to Molly Strider.
Designated player, Molly Strider.
The righty steps in to face off with the righty Frost. As here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Big swing and miss up high on the fastball for strike 1. Nothing won the count, runner on first in Brendel after she led off the inning with a single. Frost delivers a 0-1. This one looped right side and is tailing foul. Count now 0-2. One down for the Eagle defense. Double play in order here, bottom 6. As Frost wheels and delivers the 0-2, that stays high for ball 1. Not a bad spot by Frost. She got Strider to chase a high one earlier and tried to go back to it. That time to no avail. As Warder takes a look over at the dugout, gets a call. And Frost deals a 1-2. Off speed, stays low. Count moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, 1 out. Here at bottom 6, Carson-Newman leads Catawba 7-2. 2-2 is high, ball 3. Strider looking to get aboard here with 1 away. With Balderston awaiting on deck. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Frost. High, ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 away for Balderston. And now a conference in the circle between Kennedy Warder, the Eagle infield, and Emma Frost. So the infield and Frost will discuss. Frost threw 3 1/3, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout so far in her relief outing. She's already pitched an inning more than she did in the start in game 1. And she's done a really solid job in the circle for the Eagles. Here in the nightcap, the conference is over in the circle, and Frost back ready to go with one down. A bit of a jam here with one down, runners on first and second. Catawba has not scored since the first. So the Eagles looking to keep that trend alive. Here's the first pitch. Frost to Balderson. She whips at the high fastball for strike one. Nothing in one. Frost to Balderson with the top of the order and Bree Herring awaiting on deck. Next pitch clips the top of the zone for strike two. So whatever the infield and Kennedy Warder chatted about with Emma Frost has worked up to this point as the count 0-2. Next pitch is lifted to shallow left. Brooks giving chase, but it will fall and deflect off her glove. Brendel stays put at third. Now the bases are loaded for the top of the order. And it'll be Kinsey Caldwell to come in and pinch hit. So a big opportunity for Caldwell, who pinch hits for Herring. So Caldwell will pinch hit for Herring here with one down. The bases are loaded. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game could get a whole lot more interesting here in the bottom of the sixth. First real traffic that Emma Frost has had to deal with in her relief outing here in the nightcap. As the lefty Caldwell will stand in to face the right-handed Emma Frost. Balderston on first, Strider on second, Brendel on third as the first pitch, a fastball cut on a miss for strike one. Nothing in one the count. With one down, Frost looks home, wheels and delivers, and nothing in one. This one lifted high towards the left side, tailing foul. Nothing in two the count. As Frost steps out of the circle, now re-enters, ready to deal the nothing in two. She looks home to Warder. Gets a call and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Right down the middle, or clips the outside corner, nonetheless called strike three. And Caldwell's retired in her pinch hitting appearance, and there's two away. Second strikeout for Frost. As now Flynn will step in. Bases still loaded for Catawba. But a chance for Emma Frost to negate this threat and keep it a 7-2 ball game. Here's the first offering. Fouled off over towards the parking lot. It's a risky place to put your car, as we see many balls today hit over that direction. Hopefully nobody has a dent in their vehicle heading out of the ballpark today. Nothing in one the count to Flynn. As the home plate umpire will go and retrieve a couple softballs from the dugout, and we'll reset and get ready for the nothing in one. Frost toes the slab, looks home to Warder, gets the call. Here's a nothing in one pitch. This one ripped to left, going back is Brooks to the track, to the wall. She leaps, and it gets over her head. Scoring easily from third is Strider. Pulling up at third is Brendelston. And that's a 2 RBI double that scores Brendel and Strider. It's now 7-4. Tying run at the plate in Tucker with two down. So Catawba gets at least two back and a chance for more with two runners in scoring position. Catawba at least makes a dent and a chance for more. Here's a 0-0 pitch from Frost. Tucker pops it up high, and it'll go out of play. Nothing in one the count. Frost to Tucker with two down and runners on second and third. Big opportunity for Catawba, but also A big opportunity for Emma Frost to keep this a 7-4 ball game. 0-1. Here's a pitch. It's looped towards third. It'll be Dye to come over from shortstop and make the play for out number 3. Catawba does get 2 back, but Emma Frost limits the damage to just that. It's 7-4. We'll head to the 7th. Eagles lead, and a chance to add more, make it a little bit more comfortable of the bottom of the 7th for the Eagles. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
It's Carrie Hales in to pitch the 7th. So Caldwell will move over to first. Hales into the circle. The rest of the alignment stays the same for Catawba here in the top of the 7th. So Caldwell at first. Carter at second. Flynn at short. Tucker at third. And Balderston stays in left. So Herring has exited the game. It'll be Brooklyn Lucero to lead it off against Carrie Hales. Eagles lead 7-4 here in the last inning of today's action. Eagles looking to hang on and take 1 of 2 from Catawba. Here's the first pitch from Hales to Lucero. She lines it out to short, and Flynn makes the grab. A hard hit ball off the bat of Brooklyn Lucero. Not much you can do about that besides tip your cap to the shortstop, Grace Flynn, who made a nice play on a line drive. And now Mary Vandergrift steps in. 1 pitch, 1 out for Hales as she delivers to Vandergrift. Low for ball 1. The Eagles looking to make it a little bit more comfortable in the bottom of the 7th. Still a 3-run lead. We'll see if Emma Frost comes back out for the 7th. Here's the 1-0. It's low for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes to Vandergrift as she watches the next pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Vandergrift. 7 runs on 13 hits for the Eagles. 4 runs on 8 hits for Catawba this afternoon. Here's a 2-1. Vandergrift lifts it out to deep center. King on the run and will make the play on the warning track for out number 2. Allowed out number 2 off the bat of Mary Vandergrift. 2 tough outs for the Eagles. 2 hard hit balls, both of which have been caught by Catawba. As that'll bring Warder up to the plate. She's 1 for 3. Started her day off with a double. And since then, a fly out and a line out. First pitch of the at-bat. Kicks up from some dirt for ball 1. Catawba has 3 outs to work with. Either way you slice it. It's a 3-run ball game in favor of Carson-Newman. The 1-0 is dribbled left side and foul. One ball, 1 strike, 2 down for the Carson-Newman offense. Here, top 7. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Warder. She watches it low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Hales takes a long look at her wrist and delivers a 2-1. Warder watches it skip in the dirt. Ball 3. Abby Martin on deck. Trinity Brooks in the hole for Carson-Newman, who's looking to salvage 1 of 2 before taking the day off tomorrow. And then they'll be back at the Vic to take on Converse on Monday. 3-1 down the middle, called strike 2. Full count. Kennedy Warder looking to keep the inning alive for the Eagles. As here's a 3-2 from Hales. Warder grounds it right side towards Carter. She scoops it up, throw to first in time for out number 3. So a scoreless top of the 7th for the Eagles. We'll head to the bottom. Last chance for Catawba, who trails by 3. Carson-Newman looking for the split on the other side here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back for the bottom of the 7th, Catawba's last chance. Here in Salisbury, Carson-Newman looking to take 1 of 2 after dropping the first game 13-6. One change for the Eagles here in the 7th. Riley Sharp now at second. She comes in for Brooklyn Lucero. Macy Hughes shifts over to first. Emma Frost remains in the game, looking for a 5-inning relief appearance here in game 2. She'll face Courtney Carter. Started off. It runs high. It's Hales in the box. First pitch is high for ball 1. So Carrie Hales in the box. Bree Gallagher on deck. Christina Brendel in the hole. So the meat of the order for the Indians here in the 7th. As Frost will deliver the 1-0. This one popped up right side and foul. 1 ball and 1 strike the count to Carrie Hales. As she stands back in. No one out, no one on for the Indians here in the 7th. A 1-1 looped foul. As Hales well ahead of that one, just able to poke it right out of the reach of Brooke Matazowski and Hayden Dye, who are both charging after it. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Hale stands back in. The right-handed Frost looks home and delivers the 1-2. This one ripped to left center. Brooks giving chase and a little drop. In the gap, Hales will race to second. That's a leadoff double to start off the 7th. So Catawba with a little life here in the 7th inning. As now Bree Gallagher will come to plate. Good piece of hitting there from Carrie Hales, who just pitched the 7th inning. As Gallagher stands in. Frost long look home to Warder, delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. Gallagher watches, low and in, ball 1. One ball and no strikes to Bree Gallagher. Right fielder hitting 5th this afternoon. Beautiful pitch from Frost, the off-speed. Breaks and clips the top of the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no one out. Runner in scoring position for Catawba here in the 7th. 7-4 Eagles lead, but already a threat here from the Indians in the 7th. The 1-1. Gallagher watches it high, ball 2. Frost looking to complete her 5th inning in relief. Came in after 2. Kaylee Bowers tossed the first 2. Frost has tossed the next 4. The 2-1. Gallagher pokes it right side. Scooped up by Sharp. She'll throw to first in time for out number 1. So Riley Sharp, just recently entering the ball game, makes the play for a big out number 1. Hales does advance to third. But nonetheless, you'll trade that for the first out of the inning. 1 down for Christina Brendel. As Frost looks home to order, gets the call. Delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. Brendel watches it high for ball 1. Courtney Carter on deck. Molly Strider in the hole for Catawba. As the sun starts to set here in Salisbury, here's the 1-0. Right down the middle, called strike 1. 1 down, runner on third for Catawba. Last chance for the Indians. They've got 2 outs to work with here in the 7th. Here's a 1-1. Off speed, finds the zone for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away for Carson-Newman here in the 7th. The 1-2. Slapped high behind the plate. Warder in position, makes the play for out number 2. Pretty routine play from Kennedy Warder to get out of her stance and make. And there's 2 down for Courtney Carter.
Second baseman Courtney Carter.
Carter stands in, runner still on third. But the Eagles need just 1 out to close out this ball game. First pitch to Carter is high, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. As Carter rips this one down the left field line, but it's tailing, foul. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Emma Frost to Courtney Carter. Eagles lead 7-4, need 1 out to secure the split of this doubleheader. The right-handed Frost looks home, delivers the 1-1 to Carter. Off speed, poked high, left side, and foul. Catawba down to its last strike. As Emma Frost looks to end it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. As the right-handed Frost rocks and delivers the 1-2. It's high, ball 2. For the time being, Courtney Carter stays alive. Molly Strider on deck. Savannah Balderston in the hole if we get there. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 7-4 ball game. Carson-Newman out in front. The right-handed Frost delivers a 2-2. Swing and a miss up high. Strike 3. And the Eagles salvage 1 of 2. Take down Catawba 7-4 here in game number 2. The Eagles used 4 innings of impressive offense. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in both the third and the fourth. And then 1 run of insurance from Hayden Dye in the 5th. In the 6th, end this ball game. And Carson-Newman wins it 7-4. That will do it for our coverage here from Salisbury, North Carolina. Catawba wins the first game 13-6. Carson-Newman battles back and wins game 2 7-4. Carson-Newman softball back in action Monday. We'll take the day off tomorrow. And then the Eagles will see Converse on Monday afternoon in Jefferson City. Adam Cavalier will have your call as the Eagles face Converse in a doubleheader and look for a non-conference sweep over Converse. We'll see how the Eagles can perform at home at the Vic on Monday. Signing off from Catawba, Eagles win here in Game 2, 7-4. Ryan Wilkes saying goodnight on the Eagle Sports Network.